Hello booktube. I got a new bookshelf and I had to move a bunch of books, and the books that you see here are actually all books that I hauled within the last few months, so I figured I would tell you about them. Do people like filming these book hauls? Because this one has been weighing heavily on me, and it's because I have so many books to show you guys, and the unfortunate thing is that I don't really know what all of these are about. I was actually on a book buying ban for quite a while, and luckily for me, my finances changed and I was able to start buying books again, and I didn't stop. The ones I'll be sharing with you today are all hard copies, and I can't even get into the amount of ebooks that I've purchased. If any of you are interested in seeing a haul for all the ebooks that I've purchased over the last few months, go ahead and let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. With all the reading I've been doing lately, one of the things that I noticed is that I actually end up enjoying a book a lot more the less I know going into it. And I assume that's just because if we know what it's about, we start establishing expectations, and the book will either meet or not meet our expectations, and that will determine how much we enjoyed it. So the less I know, the less expectations I have, and normally the more I like the book. So if I don't know what one of these is about, please know that it's not just laziness on my part. It is because I'm intentionally trying to avoid knowing what it's about so I can just enjoy the book for what it is. So I have some books here that go as far back as September when I kind of started purchasing them, and I'm going to start with books that I received for my birthday from a few different people. The first is Scythe by Neil Shusterman, and this was given to me by my son, who was very adamant about picking out something for me without looking at my wish list. And it's pretty cool that this did end up being on my wish list, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Because You Love to Hate Me, 13 Tales of Villainy. This is edited by A. Marie, and it was some booktubers with some authors. I think the booktubers supplied the prompts, and the authors came up with a few different villainous stories. My Lady Jane, this book was given to me by Elizabeth at the Owlery, and it looks like it has 3 different authors: Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, and this was also given to me by Elizabeth. I have not read any Adam Silvera books yet, but I have met him in person a few times, and he is so cool, so I can't wait to jump into this one. We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson, and this was given to me by Kat from For the Love of Books and Reading, and she said that Dylan the Reader has gone on and on about how great this book is, and so that was why she picked it, although it was on my wish list, but here we go. Zodiac by Romina Russell. This is given to me by Kat, and it was something that she talked to me about, and I'm a Virgo, she's a Virgo. I don't know about her, but I'm totally into astrology, so this sounds awesome. It is a book series, and there's, I don't know, some drama involving the 13th sign. I don't really care because astrology. Now, I had asked my husband to get me an owl crate. I had never received an owl crate before, and I asked him to get me one for my birthday. And so in the September owl crate, there was this book, Before She Ignites by Jody Meadows. Did I mention that I got a new bookshelf? It's right behind me, clearly, because it's empty, but I will start putting these books in there. This is why this haul is happening. It's been a long day. Now, being on BookTube, you might hear a lot of people talking about Book Outlet, and I was trying to avoid splurging on there, but there was one book in particular that I was looking for, and I think it's When Dimple Met Rishi. So anyway, I went on there and I ended up with like 7 books. So here's my first Book Outlet haul. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Summer Days and Summer Nights by a bunch of different authors. This book has 12 different love stories in it. Nothing to Lose, Everything to Gain by Ryan Blair. My husband and I used to drink Visalis shakes, and Ryan Blair is like one of the owners. I don't know if he still is at the time, but I found some of the details of his life to be really fascinating, so that's why I ended up picking this up. Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. It's part 2 of the Passenger series. Duology? I think it's a duology. I think so? Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman. When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, another collection of stories, classic tales, and brand new nightmares. This one also has Leigh Bardugo in it, so in the month of September, 2 books that were released was Wonder Woman by Lee Bardugo. This is the first Lee Bardugo book I've read. I did include a little bit of it in my wrap-up. I kind of give it 3 stars. I thought it was awesome for some great reasons. There was diversity, you know, Wonder Woman, duh, but I didn't fall madly in love with it. I also picked up Without Merit by Colleen Hoover, and I really enjoyed that. I also included a bit of information about that in my wrap-up, but I did do a full review of this. Then I went to B-Fest towards the end of September, and I won a couple of books, and I purchased a couple of books, so there were a few authors there. I purchased Dead City by James Ponti. It is a middle grade zombie-ish book. I picked up Gilded by Christina Farley. I believe this is about a female assassin. Now the following books are books I won at B-Fest. So the first is With Malice by Eileen Cook, which is a thriller. I won Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. I actually put notes in the back of this one because I used it for one of the readathons. I didn't get a chance to finish reading it though. So the keywords I put on here are Brujas, Brooklyn, and bisexual love triangle. There you go. I won Protected by Claire Zorn. There's a quote on the front that says, "A tender story of grief, trust, and healing." And the last book that I won at B-Fest that I was super excited about is The Arc for Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. The following is part of a random Barnes & Noble book haul where I received a coupon and headed all the way to the store without realizing that it was an online-only coupon. But since I was already there, I couldn't not come home with books. Picked up Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. This is supposed to be a really awesome feminist book that was recommended by Emma Books, and I heard it was really awesome. An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir, and this was recommended by Kat from For the Love of Books and Reading, and it was like one of her favorite books after she read it. So I'm really looking forward to it. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I think at this point I may have all his books. Now I just need to make time to read them. Tosh Hart's Tolstoy by Catherine Ormsby, and I think this is also recommended by Emma Books, maybe on Twitter, possibly, but also Chloe from Brunette Bibliophile was speaking very highly of it. So, and I have a cat behind me, and that is my cat Lumi, and as long as she's not super annoying, she can stay there. Wolf by Ryan Groudon. Lumi, I believe this is about an alternate reality where Nazis may have won the war. Lumi. Nevernight, book 1 by Jay Kristoff. I had been eyeing this book for a while, and when I went to Barnes & Noble, it was like on their sales rack. So I was like, what better time to pick it up? Faithful by Alice Hoffman. Warcross by Marie Lu. I've actually started this and I put it down because I started the next book, and I started this but have not finished it, though I am enjoying it so far. And lastly, during that haul, I got The Hate That You Give by Angie Thomas, which I was lucky enough to have signed while attending Yellfest. We're gonna have to speed this shit up because I still have a lot of books left. I lied, that wasn't the last book I got. I also got the Selection box set by Kiera Cass. And then, as if that wasn't enough, I came home and decided that I wanted the box set of The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I have not read any of these. I did see the movie. I know there's no comparison. I tried to watch the show, but hopefully the books are better than both. The Libri Labra book club decided to read Saga, and I figured instead of buying all the volumes, I would go ahead and buy the deluxe edition. So I got the deluxe edition for 1 and 2. So then in October, I went to the John Green event, which was really awesome, and I do have a video vlog of that. And I got Turtles All the Way Down, and I got The Fault in Our Stars, which I haven't read yet. After that, I attended Yellfest, and right before leaving, I purchased a few books, and then I also grabbed some while I was there. But while I was at Yellfest, Chloe from Brunette Bibliophile was kind enough to give me some of her books, which she was giving away. So she gave me The Bane Chronicles, 7 Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate, Winter by Marissa Meyer, which was part of the Lunar Chronicles, and Stars Above by Marissa Myers. The books that I purchased before heading out to Yellfest was Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I love this cover, and I had to have it, so I ordered it from Book Depository because have you guys seen the American cover? It's not very good. I did get this sign, and I did get to meet her, so fun times. I was not able to get this signed, but I did purchase Renegades by Marissa Meyer, Otherworlds by Jason Segel, and Kirsten Miller. I'm not even gonna talk about what happened with the whole Jason Segel thing. Maybe I'll do a story time about it later. I'm still salty. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. My husband was kind enough to stand online and get this signed for me, and she also put a little drawing in there. So there is a movie coming out. I've just heard so many good things about this. And then Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Nick Stone was super cool to meet. She was so friendly, and she wrote a little message in my book which says, and I don't think you can see because it's like silver, but it says, "Justice is a Gryffindor, just in case you were wondering." And that's because when I was standing on her line, I was totally decked out in Harry Potter stuff. So I was wearing Harry Potter leggings, and I had my Hufflepuff sweater, and the whole experience was lots of fun. So the 4 books I acquired while I was at YALLFest is #Murder Trending by Gretchen McNeil, Miles Away From You by A.B. Rutledge, Chemistry Lessons by Meredith Goldstein, Ship It by Britta London. I don't know how I still have more books left to show you, but I do, so we'll keep going. This was an ARC sent to me by the author. It's an advanced reader's copy of Denison Greer, edited by Molly Gould. And this has an interesting story. This woman actually found, I think it's her mother's, either her mother's or her grandmother's love letters from back in the day, and she thought the story was so interesting that she wanted to share it with the world. So I was really looking forward to reading this, and I will be reviewing it soon. Woman Code. This was a health book. I don't even remember who recommended this to me, but it sounded really good. It was about like getting your cycle on track and losing weight and just like getting your mood in order. And I don't know, it just felt like something I needed in my life. I don't know if you've ever entered Goodreads giveaways. I hadn't until recently, and something awesome happened. I won. So I won a couple of books from Goodreads. The first is Little Secrets by Anna Snokestra. I won 10 Dead Comedians, a murder mystery by Fred Van Lent. And this was a book that I just randomly won on the internet, The Dirty Book Club by Litsy Harrison. I forgot to mention that I attended BookNet Fest, and I actually won a couple of books there as well. I won the ARC of Before She Ignites, and I won the hardcover of Roar by Cora Carmack. I'm almost done, guys. I recently started following Isaac Marion on Twitter, and he was saying something about wanting people to send in pictures of themselves with his newest book, but it's like the 3rd book in the series, or at least the 2nd book or something along those lines, and I didn't have any of the other ones, and I wanted to submit a picture. It was just, I don't know, I follow him and he's funny, and he wrote Warm Bodies, and I had started that book a long time ago. I watched the movie and I really enjoyed it, so I figured I would love the book. So I picked up Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. I picked up The New Hunger, which is a Warm Bodies novella, and then I picked up his most recent, The Burning World. So that is it for today. Thank you for joining me and sitting through all that. I'm sorry I couldn't provide any additional details on all these books, but I'm sure as I am wondering, you're also wondering, what are you going to do with all those books? Why haven't you read them yet? Yes, I may be drowning in books right now. I don't know what happened. This was an insane spree that I went on, and I'm gonna have to reel it back in. Wait, we need to the book buying ban must become a thing once more. Anyway, thanks for joining me. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Actually, I don't care if you give it a thumbs up, just please subscribe. If you like cats, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.